Okay, let's take a look at this. This is from a worksheet that students are going to do on Monday. Pretty difficult problems. The first ones aren't too bad, but this should help. Okay, so if we take number 1, we got 11 twelfths plus 9 twelfths. Okay, the denominator is 12. Okay, so we just put that. We never add denominators or subtract them. We have to have common denominators, and they are. They're both 12, so a 12 goes there. Now we take care of this here. 11 plus 9 is 20. Okay, so we have 20 twelfths. Now that's an improper fraction. We need to make that into a mixed number. So 12 goes into 20 one time, and there would be 8 left. So we'd have 1 and 8 twelfths. Now 8 twelfths can be reduced. We can cut them in half. Okay, 4 and 6. We can even cut them in half again here. 2/3. Okay, or students might recognize that 4 goes into both 8 and 12, and they got 2/3 right off the bat. So the answer to that problem is 1 and 2/3. Okay, now here's one that's certainly a little more challenging. We got a negative number plus another negative number, both mixed numbers. Negative plus a negative, the rule is we add those up, and our answer is going to be negative. So we just got to go ahead and add correctly and remember to make our answer negative. Okay, so I'm going to first add my the 6 and the 8. Okay, so that's going to be negative 14. So I'm going to end up with negative 14. Now I'm going to do the fractional part, and then I'm probably going to have some reducing to do to get my answer in lowest terms. So 7 and 11, okay, that's 18. So 18 twelfths. So what I have right now is negative 14 and 18 twelfths, and this whole thing is negative. So I got to reduce this here and add that to this. Okay, so 12 is going to go into 18 one time with 6 left. So that's going to be 1 and 6 twelfths when I reduce 18 twelfths. That has to go on to this, and since the whole works as negative, it makes this negative 14 becomes a negative 15 and 6 twelfths. So my answer is negative 15 and 6 twelfths, which we can reduce to 1/2. So negative 15 and 1/2. Okay, here is a couple different types. This is number 12. It's a positive mixed number plus a negative fraction. So a positive plus a negative. Now the rule is if you have a positive plus a negative, okay, you have to subtract. And you put the sign of the number that's furthest from 0. Okay, so in this case, it's going to be a positive answer. When we say put the sign of the number furthest from 0, 2 3/5 is positive, and that's further from 0 on a number line than negative 1/5. So I have to subtract these, and my answer is going to be positive. So you kind of get the plan down before you start, then carry it out, and just be confident that it's correct. So I got to subtract, and my answer is going to be positive. So I put this number on top. Okay, the number further from 0 goes up on the top when you set it up as a, if you want to set it up this way, or some students don't set it up like this, and you can still get there, you know, by just going ahead and subtracting the other way. Okay, so here we end up with 2/5, okay, and so we end up with, oh, it's not negative, I'm sorry, let me erase that. Okay, we already determined our answer was positive, so we end up with 2 2/5 is our answer. Once again, it's positive because this number here is further from 0. Okay, on a number line. Here's another one. Now on this one here, our denominators are already 6, so we'll go ahead and put that down. Okay, so I'm going to set it up down here, so I have 6 for my denominator. Now this a, okay, there's no number with it, but if it's a single variable, it's like a 1a. I tell students they can put a 1 in front of it if that helps. So we got a 1 plus 4 here, which is 5, and we need the variable a to go with it. So our answer on that problem is 5a over 6. fairly easy once you get this concept here down, that when there's a variable, single variable, it's a 1/8. Okay, here's a pretty difficult one. We're going to use a concept here called adding the opposite. We're going to make this an addition problem. Okay, so what we can do is we can change subtraction to addition and the very next number to its opposite. So this problem would become this right here. Okay, now we can follow the rules that we've learned already. We have a positive plus a negative. If we have a positive plus a negative, we subtract and we put the sign of the number that's further from 0. Which one of these is further from 0 on a number line? This one right here is. It's a negative, so my answer is going to be negative. So I have to subtract, and my answer is going to be negative. So I have to put this number up on top because it's further from 0 on a number line. So I'm not even going to put any negative signs with it. I know right now I have to subtract and my answer is negative. That's developing a plan before you even start and then just carry it out. So here now we have 1 over 2y. Once again, I have to subtract, so I put a subtraction sign. I know my answer is going to be negative, so I'm going to put my negative sign so I don't forget. Okay, and now I can carry out my subtraction. 1 minus 1 is nothing here. We're going to end up, if we put our 2y down, we have 0 over 2y. I subtract here, I get 1. Well, negative 1 and 0 over 2y, there's no value to this right here. Okay, so my answer is negative 1 for that problem. Certainly challenging. What happens is anytime that we're adding the opposite, you know, quite often students don't feel like they're doing it right, but you just got to stick with it and it does come out.